thought I'd have another little waffle of my thoughts online, keep myself occupied. Maybe somebody's listening, maybe they're not. Hey ho. I've seen a lot this week and the last few weeks of the cryptocurrencies, the Bitcoin, particularly the value of Bitcoin, and many stories of what people have initially put in as an investment and then what they have got returned back from their investment, which sounds very good, which almost sounds the whole like, oh damn, I wish I'd have invested in Bitcoin when Bitcoin came about. Oh, this is so amazing. And now we have all these stories and all these people telling us how good cryptocurrencies are, and there's a lot of interest in it, everybody likes it. But it doesn't physically exist. And I was just wondering, is it the new thing that we're told it is? Is it this freedom that we're told it is? Is it this way out of the way that we're living that doesn't work for us, that hasn't worked for some time, and is just causing nothing but damage and destruction and keeping us in an endless cycle while we're slaved away, while the people at the top get endless supplies of resources and wealth? The basic point of the video is that the US, their currency isn't backed by gold, so they just print out as much as they want. Some time ago, they got asked after giving out loads of these dollars, basically, where's the gold to back these up? Otherwise, it's just paper. Then they've negotiated a deal sometime in the 70s or 80s or some considerable time back to basically sell the oil from the Saudis in dollars. So when other countries are buying this oil, and the buying and selling's going on, it's got to be done in dollars. So these other countries then have to buy the American dollars, which otherwise would be worthless bits of paper. So obviously that's paid for with resources, various kinds of financial ones, physical ones, manual labour, and so on and so on and so on and so on. Well, it would appear that many are getting onto this now. We did have problems in other countries. Saddam Hussein, he clearly tried his own thing. Look what happened to him. Look at the state of Iraq now, just so America could stay at the top. Libya, we know that Muammar Gaddafi, we know that man was basically trying to sell oil not in American dollars. He wanted to create a currency for Africa that was backed by gold, and we all know how much gold Africa's got compared to the likes of America and other big powerful, so-called powerful nations around the world. Now we had this guy in Venezuela who's apparently dangerous, so on and so. Same old thing. He doesn't want to sell oil in American dollars, right? So isn't that what a lot of the last few wars have been over as well? We went into Iraq in the first place. We've gone into Afghanistan. A lot of conflicts are for war and oil. A lot of conflicts are for war. No shit, Sherlock. A lot of conflicts are for resources. They're not there to keep peace. And if you think about when people say we're there to keep peace and protect, it's when it's like kicking things through, keeping the peace and protecting and destroying things, stealing resources, murdering people. Who are we protecting? And then when these countries are destabilised in the process, and there's all the chaos that have for the people who live there, people along the way, the various countries as the refugees come out, and basically the way society is affected is absolutely abysmal. So I would say that America and the US dollar is struggling, hence why over the last few years we've seen cannabis legalised in many of the states. There's people still in jail doing big, massive, don't quote me on it, but it's daft stuff like 20, 30 years and all that for what bits of weed. And there's people still in jail for weed while it's legal, and it's not that it should have been illegal in the first place, but I've thought to myself for some time that clearly shows how desperate they are getting in America, as well as the fact it's rumoured that they have that much national debt, they're in that much debt that they can't ever get out of that debt, right? They don't have the resources, right? Ooh! So it would look like that powerful nation is on the verge of collapse. But the digital currencies and the cryptocurrencies would change all that, and the bankers at the top who control the world's oil and resources to manipulate their wealth will be affected, their control will be affected, these people at the top. So I would assume these bankers who are behind America, who America is in a lot of debt to, I would presume that they back the cryptocurrencies. And I presume they're all aware now that, you know, there's a big like anti-government movement, people are anti-authority, there's a big sort of mass awakening going on, people are hungry for change. So if people see it an idea for change, we can be a bit lazy at times as a human race. It's how we've been engineered now, and I think at times rather than looking for the best possible way to resolve something, we look for the quickest way or the easiest way, or what rewards us the most. For instance, hey, look, there's this new cryptocurrency coming out, it's amazing, it's this, it's that, it's this, oh look how much I've made, I've got this, and it kind of feeds into why everyone stabs each other in the back, shits on each other, doesn't give a damn about each other, that greed, that materialistic value, and look what I've got, look what it... Right, and we just forget the whole thing about there being no reserve for the currencies, the debts, the fact that like war is for just to finance these debts. Right, okay. Forget all the bigger picture, and we're just all distracted by the new technology, the new this, the new that. Oh, and the cryptocurrency, what we're all going to be so fucking rich off. Economies can be collapsed at any time, and when economies are collapsed, the whole nation collapses. So your so-called currencies won't be worth buttons, your so-called investments won't be worth buttons. But you can't just keep flogging a dead horse. It's got to come to a point when America basically finds a way to resolve things, or takes it on the chin what they've done. You can't just keep enslaving the rest of the planet for their own greed and their own stupidity and the ignorance of their own nation. But it would seem now it's becoming the ignorance is spreading around the world, that overall greed. Again, forget the bigger picture, forget all the finer details, it's just, I can make money off this. Surely we should all concentrate on what's doing best for all of us, for the planet, for all of us, but what would I know? Surely we would be best not repeating the same mistakes and listening to the same people who've made mistakes and having the same people and structures in power that have caused the damage that we don't need, that we don't want, that we need to avoid. But hey, as long as we're all making money, what would I know, eh? Just another day in this crazy world. Nevertheless, another day. Blessed to be here. Blessed to be able to just be in a position to speak and express myself. Because there's plenty of poor fuckers out there in the world who can't express themselves, who can't even shoot a quick video, have to say. So never take for granted what you've got, even if there is room for improvement, even if you do need big change, you know, always grateful. See you all soon, everybody.